Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today I thought I would share an update on my workroom. It's kind of dark in here. I don't usually like turning on the overhead light, but it is a dark and dreary day, so maybe that makes more sense. As I was saying, it's been a while since the first video I made where I started the process of redoing my workroom, repainting it, reorganizing it, and where I'm at right now is a pretty good place to stop and just use the space. There are still things that I want to do, which I'll get into, but for now I've kind of stopped with my makeover and I've just been working in here. It's a small space, so I do have to be particular about my tripod. Over here against the back wall is some cubbies that I had these in my closet, organizing my clothes. I had a basket for like my socks, my undergarments. I had t-shirts folded in here as well as like some skirts, comfier sweatshirts, sweatpants, that sort of thing. And I didn't really want to put this here, but I wasn't really having much luck finding a vintage furniture piece to go here, and I also figured it wouldn't be the worst thing to save some money, so I did end up bringing this out of my closet and putting it here. And luckily I do have dressers in my bedroom that I could put my clothes in. It had previously been storing a lot of the fabric that I put in the cubbies now, so it kind of just makes a lot more sense to have my clothing stored in the dresser in my bedroom and then have my fabric stored here. As you see, a bit messy on the floor. The cubbies are in the far corner by the window, an art piece over here, some rulers that I want to hang up somewhere, as well as my scissors for hanging up stuff like scissors, hip curve, L square type thing. I have some cool quilting rulers as well. So I want to put a little nail in the wall somewhere, but also I want Lewis to help me put this very cute vintage hook that I got off of Etsy. It's a mirror, but I think this would be really cute to hang somewhere. I'm not sure where though. I feel like I could have an indefinite amount of hooks on the wall for getting things off of surfaces and out of the way. Back to the back wall situation. Yes, it is kind of still messy and empty. I want to hang some of my own art up on the wall. Oh, over here, kind of where this art piece is, above it, Lewis has a mirror that I can have from our basement bathroom that is no longer needed down there. So I want to put a mirror here and I want to make this surface a bit of an altar space. So I could put some candles on it, some magical objects, tarot cards, that sort of thing. Down here, I have my paper mache, what was I calling this? A little shelf, and I've been keeping it over here, but I really want to put it on, this wall next to my threads or above my threads. I want to put my tarot cards in it. As far as my fabric storage goes, I have a basket of sewing patterns that are kind of like stuff I want to make sooner rather than later. Some summer stuff, interesting tops and whatnot. Cottons. A lot of this is just like thrifted sheets and curtains. Linens, more fancier brocade type fabrics and silks. Laces, cotton, crochet, tablecloth type things. This is like scraps. Old t-shirts for cutting up, kind of like tote bag scrap materials, as well as this is a bit more like heavier fabrics. I have a random basket here that is all of the fabric pieces that don't have homes. So a lot of my sewing patterns are missing pieces, and when I'm trying to use a sewing pattern and I can't find a piece, I can go through here and hope that it's in here. And I do also still have this pattern, which I believe I cut up in a vlog. Maybe I'll sew that next week in another vlog. A bunch of really cool chrome frames that I recently thrifted. I am a big fan of chrome. I prefer the silver over the gold. I feel like I can make the gold work. I have a couple gold ones. Oh, this little one too. Really cute. The one silver one and then one larger silver one. Over here is just a huge quilting hoop that I've put some wool fabric on that I want to embroider eventually, but for now I don't really know where to put it. Okay, next is my shelf wall. This angle really makes my room look super crooked. On this wall, you can see in this video how small the space is, considering how long my arms are and where the end of the wall is. This is my ironing board, which I covered in muslin fabric. We have some leftover brackets from the shelves that we put up. There's this shelf here that you can see, and there's a shelf above it that's a bit out of frame. We still have these in here because we do want to put more shelves up above my desk area. I have a couple more cool quilting rulers that I want to hang on the wall somehow. This is kind of a mending pile. I have this shirt that I made, but it's a bit stained, and when I wear it, it's very boxy, so I kind of want to either recreate it in a more fitted version, use it as a reference to help me figure out how to remake it, or I might like cut it up and do something with it, because it is quite stained, like you probably can't tell. This vintage dress I thrifted a while ago that my sister found that she had, very form-fitting, which is not really my style, but I thought I might just turn it into a little tank top, and then the leftover fabric I can either make a scrunchie or use for quilting. I've got this. This was the top portion of a dress, and I want to add elastic to make this a bit of a crop top, or find more eyelet ribbon and kind of extend it to be a top. What else do I have? This is just a shirt I made that I wanted to put in my shop. It's a scrap tee tank top. I only did the front. The back is plain, but I think it's pretty cute. So I wanted to update my Etsy with that. This is a dress that I just don't wear. It's the brand Doen, which is a really beautiful brand, but I got it off of the RealReal, so it was secondhand. I've worn it once to a bridal shower. I don't think the tent silhouette really suits me, or like the tent mini dress. So I think I'm gonna make it into a blouse, and then again use the leftover fabric to make scrunchies or for quilting or something like that. This is a skirt I made a while back. Nothing wrong with it. I should probably put it in my shop. I think I made it for myself, but it's like too large on me. I'm probably like a medium, and this is a large or an extra large. It's always good to have a range of sizes in my shop. I have to put this in my shop. And this is another dress I made a while back. I think I want to, I don't know, Frankenstein it, cut it up, do something different, turn it into a shirt. I don't know. Back to this side of the wall, maybe I'll put hooks along here for hanging my rulers and scissors and stuff, and probably more arts, because I feel like that would look cute. On my shelves, I have some more sewing patterns stored in the box, and these baskets, some bubble wrap for packing things, packing tape, random little boxes, and a random envelope. I have a little handheld vacuum that's pretty convenient for small rooms, and I think that bin that's kind of open is vintage zippers, as well as what else is in there? Maybe like ribbons. It doesn't look like the most aesthetic thing. It makes such a difference to have the shelves up. I like the feeling of having shelves up on the wall. There's something kind of cozy about things being up high around me, and it does make the rest of the space less cluttered, even though it is still cluttered. I'm very good at keeping things cluttered, so I do really appreciate that the shelves have helped me manage that a little bit better, and I do want to get more shelves above my desk area, which I'll show you next. Okay, this is my desk area. My chair, which is from IKEA from when we first moved to Philly. I've got some projects on the floor. That is a scrap tea project. My little painted trash can. I do want to continue painting this color all the way in the inside of the trash can. I don't really know why I stopped like that, but it does bother me. So one day I'm going to clean it out, make some more of that color, and paint the inside as well, just to kind of like break up whatever's happening with that weird line and the cream inside. I genuinely don't know what I was thinking, not just painting the whole thing. I also have some projects on my stool. Cute little beaded duck, ace of cups, some cherries I'm working on. This is my little stool. I made this cover for it. This was actually a stool that was just in our previous apartment. Someone left it behind, so I made this cover for it. It's kind of perfect for a sewing station. My Bernina. This is a hoop that's actively in my Etsy shop, but I just broke the chain the other day when I was rearranging stuff, so I need to make a new chain for this and hang it back up. These don't break that easily, but I was like hammering into it without realizing it, so that's what happened there. I have another little button tissue box cover that I have over here to remind me to take photos of it. I just haven't done that yet. So sorry for the jump scare to the situation that's going on here. Most of the walls are quite empty, but I would love to put shelves up here. I want to put my little tarot shelf up here. I wasn't planning on putting this little cube thing on my desk. I had it there before organizing my bead kits, and then I took it away thinking that I was better than that, but then I changed my mind and decided it actually helps a ton. So I want to maybe hang some art above it. I have a lot of projects going on right now, so it does look like a catastrophe. Right now I'm making a frame for a little goose. Buttons, beads, foam core. What can I say? It's just kind of how I am. My laptop's usually not so squished right there, but for now, because I was really in the zone yesterday, things just got very chaotic. Also, I did have plans to clean this room before I filmed this video, but I actively decided not to because I thought that if I cleaned my room, it would make me too tired to film the video. So I was trying to make sure that I didn't sabotage myself by cleaning the space and making myself too tired. But I do just want to say that I have been doing a better job of keeping it clean in here than it had previously been. So the back wall, also kind of chaotic. I don't know what to do with this large canvas. I got it from a thrift store. I mean, what I want to do is like make a painting with it, but for now it's been leaning against my closet door. And then next to my desk, I tend to keep some random things. These are just some plain frames that I can stretch fabric around. Here's an example of one that has fabric stretched around it. Smaller one here for embroidery projects, random lint roller, some books, some beads. These have more fabric stored in them. The cats really like laying on here, so it's like completely concave. Some larger hoops are tucked away and other hoops. This is a project I'm working on. It had been downstairs for a long time because I was doing the embroidery portion of it, and I completed all the parts that I want to be embroidered, so the rest of it is going to be beaded. That's why I brought it up here. Another thing that I want to bring back into this room is my large mirror that I had here. It's an oval mirror that has a wooden border and I painted stars all over it. And I had plans to repaint it, and I have a lot of different ideas. I'm probably still gonna do it. I'm just not going to prioritize doing it. So I do want to bring that back in here. I like having a lot of mirrors in rooms generally because it makes spaces feel brighter and lighter by reflecting the light. So that is important to me because I don't like having lights turned on. I prefer natural light if I can have it. So I want to get that mirror back up here and fill in some spaces with more of my artwork. And also another thing that would be fun to have in here is a cork board so that I could make like an inspiration wall, because that's something that I've always loved doing. I keep journals, I keep a Pinterest, I have tons of inspiration. I would love to have seasonal inspiration mood boards, so that is something that I still want to get for here. I definitely want to replace my chair that I sit in also, because even though I did get it recently and it's from IKEA, so stuff that is like fest furniture, I do want to make a point to keep it for a long time because I don't want to be wasteful. That being said, I have to figure out either how to give it a bit of a makeover so that it doesn't hurt as much as it does for me to sit in it. It's a very uncomfortable chair, or possibly see if anyone else wants it and then replace it with something nicer when I save up and have enough money to buy a nicer chair. Generally speaking, I've really enjoyed, oh my god, just some wire sticking straight up. I really love the space, even though, yeah, I don't know whether or not it seems like such a huge transformation. It is an active workroom, so this is a realistic look at what my space actually is like. I have tons of projects going on at any given time, so it's just gonna be a bit crazy feeling in here, but I do think it's exciting to think about organization and what works for me and try to be a little bit better. And I am trying to to be intentional about cleaning in a sort of psychological way, like to clean out the muck in my mind and clean my space and have it be symbolic of that. Yeah, shelves are pretty life-changing. I think that's the video for the week. I hope you liked seeing this. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care out there, and I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!